This is just part of a full interview available in a VIP area for clients in career coaching process with me. Even though in this video you only see part of the interview, it contains a lot of key and good information that I'm sure can help you and motivate you even more to get an international opportunity. If you want to know more about my services or start your own international career coaching, please email me at info@storani.com. My name is Storani. I am career coach, and today I'm here with David. He's an IT recruiter from Microsoft, and we are going to talk about a few questions we got it in Facebook and YouTube focused on IT. Okay, so before that, I just want to thank David for being here and share your time and your history, with us in YouTube. Before we start to answer the questions, I would love to know more about your career path. Like, how did you start and what have you been doing lately?
Okay, so it was a pleasure. It's a pleasure being here. Well, as you know, I have more than 10 years in recruitment. I work, through different agencies and multinational companies.
He was my manager.
So I was in Spain and now living in Ireland for more than 6 years, but I've been recruiting, internationally and overseas, pretty much Europe, but also in the States and EMEA.
Great. So we have a IT recruiter here with us, like a proper IT recruiter. I worked with David. Actually, we met through networking. So when I arrived in Ireland, I started to do a diploma in HR, and he was in my class. So I was, bothering him all the time, can you give me an internship? Can you give me an internship? And after 2 months of bothering him, he actually gave me the opportunity to work in a deco.
Yeah,
so
that's correct.
Yeah. Do you remember when I said to you guys, networking is very important? It is, happened with me. First question, which technologies do you recruit for?
Okay, so again, I'm basically looking into service engineering. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's one of my main focus. So DevOps, site reliability engineers who are looking after a specific service in Microsoft, and that would include SharePoint, Dynamics, or other services that we have in place. At the same time, I might be looking after some software engineer or developer roles, project managers, some specific roles in operations, for anti-malware. So we cover a wide spectrum in engineering.
Second question, best practice for IT CVs. Which are the best practices?
Okay, best practices, that's quite an extensive topic and everybody has their own way. I know that you are really
Each recruiter likes, like a kind of different way of, writing CVs.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
IT recruiters don't like, education in the top.
Yeah.
Some's like.
Yeah, and you are a really good professional and advising the people doing it the best way. So again, each one has their own preferable way. On my opinion, it's very important to include a summary always. Like a few lines explaining who are you, what are you doing, what are or maybe including some achievements, in there.
Right, in the summary.
Yeah, on the summary, that's really good. I would always advise chronological order.
Chronological, yeah.
And starting with the work experience, but that's specifically my field, okay? So sometimes if you have a really good academic background, it's positive to put it before, so that would depend case by case.
Certifications as well, right?
Certifications as well, and also, for instance, somebody who is a young individual who just graduated, so they, for instance, would rather put education before the experience if it's not very extensive. And then, I don't know, you can develop in projects, etc.
Okay. Do you think necessary, for example, I'm goal-driven or team working experience, it's very good put in the CV or it's just cliche?
Yeah, no, I think that could be positive, but just to mention on them.
For the data, it's more important than soft skills.
Yeah, like bring numbers, like
Right.
if you are a developer.
Bring numbers, guys.
Exactly, bring numbers. Like if you are coding, how many lines, or anything that can be measurable. Like if you are working in sales, number of calls, or if you can include targets or all these type of things. If you can bring them in any type of that's always positive.
Okay, projects as well.
Yeah, if you can develop the type of project that you have worked, that's very important as well.
Do I need a cover letter?
So having a cover letter, that's not critical. To be honest, like most of the times, we are not going to read that. Okay.
I knew it.
So that.
I think I read
sorry
like
guys, like
5 cover letters in my entire career in recruitment.
So that's most of the times, but you never know when somebody is going to read them. On that view, I would always advise having your cover letter. Just research on the internet. There is plenty of resources. So just build your own. Okay, don't just take a template. Okay, so try different ones. Make your own. Try to think about the position you're applying for and what can you bring to the company, and try to transmit that on the cover letter. The most important is just to bring something personal, something that you can bring to the company.
Coding versus soft skill, which is more important?
Okay, so technical skills are definitely important. You are going to be selected if you have the right skills. That's obviously. However, having the specific soft skills that they are looking for can make difference, between choosing between a candidate or the other. Or recently, I have the case of a very good software developer who wasn't hired, because his communication skills wasn't great. In that case, it's very important to transmit or to deal with managers in Redmond, or they have to explain which steps are they following. So it's not always about having the technical skills, but soft skills are definitely important. So you have to make some research, or maybe talk to the recruiter. So what are they looking for this position? And in this case, if it's communication, you have to put special attention in the way you are going to transmit, especially if English is not your first language.
Yes.
So you have to practice. I can give you another example. Enthusiasm or motivation about the role.
Right.
That's something that they didn't show during the interview.
Oh, right. That's very important, guys. You have to show motivation.
Yeah.
Why do you want this role? Why do you want this job? Show it to the recruiter and the hiring manager. If you are not, happy to go for it, they feel it. Or if you're doing an interview, like not even researching or not putting that much attention, they feel it. And one question that most of my candidates ask me, what should they say when a recruiter asks, what's your goal in the next 5 years? And Microsoft give visa for foreigners?
Yeah, definitely. Microsoft will give a visa for the right candidate. Actually, Microsoft is a trusted partner for the DGI, which means that we can manage, quite fast a work permit. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks. In Microsoft, they offer really good relocation package, and they would bring your whole family if that was the case. And I think that's the case
Really?
of most of the companies. They have quite a competitive relocation package.
Other interesting question. Should I prepare myself in a different way when I go for the interview with the recruiter and interview with the hiring manager?
Definitely the recruiter is going to be the easy
the easiest part of the process.
Yeah, exactly. They are going to always try to help you. They're here to help you if you're the right person. So you need to give your best shot, to prove that. The interview with the hiring manager, it's definitely going to be more difficult, and most of the times you can expect other team members, engineers will make more technical questions. But most of the times the interview with the hiring managers will involve these soft skills, like those questions that will prove your motivation, like why are you the right person for the role, why are you interested in the company, obviously not only those questions, but the manager will look at this type of things. Remember, you are going to be part of their team. They don't want to mess up, they don't want to make a mistake, hiring the wrong person. This is what you have to think about, whereas an interview with another engineer could be more technical. Okay, they are going to go through only the technical aspects, and that's something that you know or you don't know.
Recruiters and hiring managers, what's the relationship?
That's a really good question. I love it. It's complicated. Yeah. Okay. So there is a lot of pressure, from the hiring managers, and we are, always there to help them, and we are there to find the right people. They will be always, in an urgent need. They always want things, as soon as possible for yesterday. But we are not only there just to find the candidates, to find the right candidates, but also, to advise in terms of diversity, in terms of policies, in terms of procedures. What are the best practices? And sometimes you have to put your HR hat, and so sometimes they might be looking at they have the wrong approach, interviewing someone.
Final decision, hiring managers or recruiters?
It's obviously hiring managers.
Some people don't know.
but we can play a part on that decision.
Yes. How do you actually play your part in these decisions?
So sometimes they might be rejecting a candidate for the wrong reasons, and you can prove or you can bring arguments to say, hey, I think you're making a mistake. This candidate can keep during the process. A bigger panel of interviewers, so the decision is shared.
Right.
Okay, and everybody play a part on that decision.
Great. So be nice with your recruiter, okay? Question number 8. How do I get hired by Microsoft? This is just part of a full interview available in a VIP area for clients in career coaching process with me. If you want to know more about my services or start your own international career coaching, please email me at info@tanestorani.com or see you in the next YouTube video.